And that is a great segue to a question I wanted to ask. And I feel like this is a fun one. UFOs or
Yeah.
unknown flying
Yeah.
objects. I mean, it
Yeah.
seems like every day we get more and more information or videos, stories, whatever it could
Yeah.
be. What is your theories, if you have any?
Oh
Is that
gosh.
classified technology that we don't know about? Is it little green guys? Like, what do you think it is?
You know what, man? Let your imagination run with that one, because I think probably, and again, probable, possible, good, fun discussion. But typically, when people hear UFO, they think little green men and flying saucers. But that's not at all what it means. It just means that we don't know what the fuck this thing is, right? Like it's unidentified and it's flying and it's an object. We don't know what it is. And that happened, gosh, man, look back, look all the way back to the 50s and 60s when they were experimenting so many things over the Nevada desert and the New Mexico desert. And guys, people were looking at it going, what the heck is that, man? You know, you just don't know. And so the idea that we're not still doing some of that stuff is naive on the American public's part. Like there are things being tested out there that you don't know what it is, out of hangars that you don't know that exist, right? They're hidden from the public for a reason. And maybe 20 years from now we'll know what those things are. But there was an old I remember hearing this years and years ago, and it goes something like this. Whenever you see a jet, like say that you remember the F-35 being rolled out by Lockheed Martin, and they go, look at this bright shiny new jet that we've got, and the F-35, and it's awesome. They did the thing with the F-22, it's great. Whatever they're rolling out, its replacement is already being built in a hangar somewhere. That was kind of a rule of thumb that I was given years and years ago, and so think about that for a second. And as capable and phenomenal as the F-22 and F-35 are, what are their replacements going to be, and how capable is that, and where's it being built, you know?
That's a outstanding way to look at it.
Yeah.
Let me throw something out to you. And I'm an open minded guy. I don't think I believe in aliens. I don't really know. Uh, but have you ever seen the famous Tic Tac video that was filmed by the fighter jet pilots that took off from I think it was the USS Nimitz? They were out doing an exercise, and it's like the one the government always brings up. It's
Oh,
the
is that the
little,
one that goes from like 0 to
yeah,
60,000 feet or something like that? I
yeah.
haven't seen it, but I've heard a lot about it. Yeah.
So everyone talks about that story, but the one thing that nobody talks about in the dialogue is the admiral that was running that fleet had known about that thing for 2 weeks before that video was filmed.
Mm,
He told the fighter jets that went up, they wanted to go get a look at this thing
yeah.
finally, and he sent them all up unarmed. Now, stop and think about that for a second. If
Yeah.
they thought this thing had any malicious intent whatsoever, was he going to send multiple
Yeah.
fighter jets up without any weapons?
Seriously.
The fact they went up without weapons tells me they didn't want them shooting at this thing,
Yeah.
which means it was almost certainly United States technology that they were testing to
Yeah.
see, can this thing outrun a fighter jet,
Probably.
which it did.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like there's logical, rational
Yeah.
explanations to a lot of this. Maybe not all of it, but a lot of it. It's a fun topic, though. I enjoy it.
Well, it is, man, and that's why I like reading the things like Annie Jacobson, and there are a few more out there who kind of uncover some of these things for us. You know, they draw back the curtains on some of these technologies that have been around. Like we look at like look at the SR-71, and we've known about that thing for years, and everybody knows its capabilities and what it can and can't do and blah blah blah. But what they don't know a lot of is about Oxcart and how that was the precursor to it. That was the CIA's version before the SR-71, the DoD version, kind of got commissioned, and all of the cool things that Oxcart did, and nobody knew about it. Not a single person. I mean, the thing was built. It was built in hangars, like just in regular neighborhoods, and trucked on trains over to the Nevada desert. I mean, and nobody knew about this. Like 5 people knew about this darn thing. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Earlier in the interview,